Good morning, everybody. I've made my tonic. I've had my supplements. I made my tonic. I wanted to share what was in it. It's got a little bit of a black tea base and cinnamon, ashwagandha, which is really good. It's an Ayurvedic herb for reducing stress. It's an adaptogenic herb and a lot of things, a myriad. It covers everything. Ground vanilla bean from Frontier. I have Tomcat Ali, which is known as a libido enhancer, and it also has anti-cancerous properties, and milk thistle is really good for the liver. So every day I try to switch it up a bit. I have a little bit of coconut oil, a teeny little bit of stevia, a teeny little bit of coconut sugar, it's not too sweet, and some nutmeg, which is a lovely aphrodisiac. So that's the start of my day, and I'll see you a little later. I'm outside getting some fresh air. It's a gorgeous morning, and I do have a little cacao and a little coconut sugar added because I forgot to tell you that ashwagandha is like wildly strong. Wild, wild, wild. So today is exciting. I'm doing an astrology reading with Barbara Goldsmith, and I've had a couple readings with her. She's on YouTube, and I just love her. She was so accurate in one of the readings that were general for Capricorns that I got like, it was so accurate. It was literally like the day, it was 2 days before Herbie was moving to his new apartment, and she said, October 11th, you'll be moving a child, a family member, no, an older parent will be moving. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was like my sign. Somebody might as well have said, Dara, you need to call her. Anyway, she's practical and helpful and lovely, and she loves our channel and she loves us, and you'll see her beautiful face popping up under the comments these days. So that's up for 9 o'clock, which is exciting. That's like a treat to myself. It's always good to do in your month of your birthday for a Saturn return and see what's going on. And I also find astrology helpful for navigating. Yeah, it's like you know what's going on with the moon and the stars. You hear what could happen, and it helps you navigate. It's also excellent for, I'm like Nancy Reagan, for planning. If you're planning a big event or a trip or something, it's nice to know that those dates are good for travel. I don't always do it. It's a luxury, of course, but it's a beautiful, wonderful navigational tool for life. So that's fun for me. And I'm going to take a walk. We are going to take a walk. Not sure where. I don't know where, but we're going to take a walk. No. Okay, so I've had my tonic, and I was going to go for a walk, but then I decided to invite Herbie over for lunch. And I'm going to tell you the fastest thing to do for people when they're coming over and you have a surprise visit is make a soup. Kale is hardy and stays in the refrigerator a long time, as do carrots. Onion stays a long time. So these are all things that are easy to have on hand. The thing that makes any vegetables that you put into a soup palatable, there's two things. One is citrus, so I'll use orange or lemon, peel it and put the whole thing in, or juice it. And then avocado, a fat. So avocado, add it at the end so that when you blend it, it doesn't turn mousse-like, it stays like a soup. So you blend everything together, the vegetables, the salt, the cayenne if you want, any spices. I'm going to put cilantro in here. And then at the end you add, after it tastes good, you add the fat. So hemp seeds are a good fat, avocado, olive oil. Hemp seeds stay in your refrigerator or freezer so that you can have on hand. So if someone's coming over, you make a soup. For extra creaminess that I absolutely love is when you add, on top of a really hearty green or vegetable soup, to add a swirl of a white kind of creamy sauce. So I make mine with macadamia nuts, water, lemon juice, salt, and garlic. And I make it like a cream. I blend it in my Blendtec or my Vitamix or my NutriBullet. So when you serve the soup and you serve a swirl or a dollop of the cream, it just makes it so delicious and palatable for people who are not used to eating so much vegetables. So there you have it, soup time coming up, and I will show you my salad next. Okay, so I added some things to this beautiful green soup. I added a little more carrots. I added chard. I had chard from yesterday, and chard is such a mild, fibery green. I love it. I added cayenne and black pepper. Cayenne, black pepper, salt. Oh, important. I only had a quarter of a lemon. If you do not have citrus in the house, apple cider vinegar is a fantastic thing to keep on hand because it acts as the brightness, as the citrus. for the soup or salad dressing. So if you always make sure that you have onions, kale, carrots, easy to keep in the fridge, they're hearty. You have apple cider vinegar, you have salt, you have hemp seeds instead of avocado, they're not perishable. So you have those things, you can always make a soup. You can even use frozen vegetables if you have to. So in times where it's not easy to get organic produce, the heartier vegetables like kale are pretty much around, kale and spinach. So there you have it, beautiful green soup. I'm really excited about it. If I have time, I'm going to make the creamy sauce for the top, but it's creamy enough with the avocado. I'm going to make Herbie's cranberry dish without the pineapple, the one I made Thanksgiving. It's just cranberries, dates, orange pieces, and pecans. And yeah, that's it. It's a party. See you soon. Okay, now that we have the soup, we're on to the cranberry dish. I have these organic cranberries in here with a little bit of water, and I'm going to put some dates in. A lot of dates to keep it sweet. Dates without the pits. And large medjool dates, small dates, just use enough so that it takes care of the tartness of the cranberries. Cranberries are so very tart and so very filled with antioxidants. They just wake your body up, they wake your cells up. So we have dates in here, a pinch of salt will be helpful. Our brightness comes from the cranberries. We're going to blend these things, and then we're going to have orange chunks in it and some. Jade, I need you. Please. Please, my camera just jumped off the tripod. Thank you. It'll take 2 minutes. It's really quick. Okay, so the camera just flew off the tripod. Jada came in to film me. Thank you so much, honey. Basically, we have, like I said, water, cranberries, dates, salt. This gets blended up until it's sweet enough, so it's according to your taste. After we blend it in our handy dandy NutriBullet 900, then we are going to just mix in pecans and chunks of orange, and we're missing pineapple, but that's okay. We make do with what we have. If you have frozen pineapple, you can defrost that. You can use frozen cranberries as well. Just one pit. Okay, if you find out that you didn't take a pit out of a date, then what you can do is run this through, or just, put it in a bowl and watch for the pit. Anyway. I'm getting funny looks. Would you just... Okay, so let's see if we can find the pit. I bet you I find it. It's happened before. We gotta be a little more careful with the dates and the pits and all of that. But it's such a beautiful color, and it's Herbie's favorite. So we make do with what we have. So let's say we have, it's so pretty, isn't it? Yes. I don't see the pit. It's probably all from the bottom where it's chopped up. The NutriBullet 900 is so powerful. I want Jada to make something later. Chia seed pudding. Okay, well, no pit. No harm, no foul. I could be wrong. Okay, so this is beautiful. And it's sweet enough. I like the tartness. We could add raisins in. If you find that this isn't sweet enough, add raisins. So we have pecans that I've already soaked. In London, they call it activated. So you are soaking them to remove the enzyme inhibitors. So you're activating the nut to be live. So I'm going to put some of those in. And I will just cut up an orange. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful dish. And just for every time I cut open citrus, I think it's the perfect airplane food. It doesn't bruise. It has the essential oils that just make you feel so much better. It has the vitamin C that you need to support your immune system. And I always like to squeeze the skin onto my skin. I like to have the essential oils on my skin. I was making food earlier, and I can cut this out if you don't like it, but I just want to say Jada looked at me and said, you never change, Mom, like you're not getting older. And it was while I was making the kale soup, and I thought that's just such a perfect statement, and I really appreciate it. But it's due to the vegetables. It's due to what I'm doing right now. So the time that it takes to do these things pays off in the end. Okay. So we can leave it like this, or we can stir it up. We could put some raisins in, and on to the next thing, which will be the macadamia cream for the soup, and a little chopped up salad, or not, we'll see. I could keep going. I could keep going and going and use everything in the house. I love to use what I have and use up the produce. It's a terrible thing to waste. We have yesterday's, just so you know, we have yesterday's avocado mash that I made for the wrap, and it's still so delicious. It's even more delicious the next day because it absorbs the flavors. Cilantro and onion. So we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. Everybody, here's the cashews. I didn't have macadamia nut cream. I didn't have macadamias, but that's okay. I used cashews. Probiotics. I'll show you. I use Elemental Wisdom. They're fantastic. Elemental Wisdom Superhuman Probiotics. That's my friend Adam. He's awesome. So then what I did was I added cashews, apple cider vinegar because I didn't have lemon, probiotics, and horseradish. Isn't that awesome? A chunk of horseradish. So it's just, wow, it's a creamy horseradish sauce. And then I had lettuce, so I used a little scoop of the creamy horseradish sauce, a little bit of olive oil, and I just put a little dollop of the cranberry in here to give it a little brightness. To give it a little brightness. And I'll mix that up, and it tastes beautiful. Absolutely beautiful salad. And that will get served with a side of cranberry sauce. You can put nuts on it. You can do a nut pate if you're feeding somebody who, I think that's the door. Okay, let me go. Who I have here, everybody? It's Herbie. Herbie has been organic, vegan mostly for the past year. All vegan except for one little item, which, you know, hey, it's, we don't even tell.
July of
Okay, so here's Herbie, and he's over for lunch. And since July of, you tell them.
2013, so that makes it
You've been organic
16,
vegan.
17 organic vegan raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I do get the cooked soups once in a while, but they're organic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thriving. And
you look fabulous.
I feel like I'm definitely getting younger. Even though the calendar says I'm 86, that I'm thinking like back in the 40s, when I was in the 40s, back in 1970s, I was in the singles world, unfortunately, that she rest in peace, my first wife had passed, and I was in the single world for 6 years until I met wonderful Beverly and got married in 77. She should rest in peace. And somehow, because I'm single, and I'm in good health, that somehow my mind and my body tells me I'm back in the 1970s.
So ladies, you hear that? Herbie's single. He's ready. That's the message you want to get. That's one message, that you really do feel up to dating and having fun. And
no question about it. And it's part of a very loving community. The three people who, through Dara, who I've met, who are working on my body, are really, as much as I'm doing and helping my body in terms of you are what you eat.
look at your hands.
I'm also working that as Denise Kaufman, who is my yoga instructor, as well as now a member of my family, and I'm a part of hers. That she wants to make me a pretzel.
Yeah, she's a pretzel. She's so flexible.
But I'm getting very flexible. I never realized I could bend and sit in certain ways that before, and stretching my different tendons and muscles or whatever. And it just, they're filling my body with love in terms of not only yoga, but massage every week.
That's
2
Laszlo.
hours.
Yeah, with Laszlo.
And 2 hours a week with an instructor, True Archdale, and Laszlo is the one who gives me the massage. and my body's getting younger, and I'm getting younger because of what I'm eating.
Yeah, and you've really gotten more intuitive. I remember you used to say you have a special gift, Dara, that you know these things, and I said pretty soon you're going to know them too. And don't you feel like that's changed? You have more.
I'm not as strong as yours, but once in a while, that certain things come out of my mouth. Where'd that come from? Like I bumped into someone at the Moon Juice, and he had a cute little 3 or 4 year old daughter. I says, well, your daughter. I looked at the daughter. I says, your daughter's going to be a dancer, and he said, what? How do you know my wife's a dance instructor?
Wow, Herbie. Wow.
So
you do have those moments. You've told me them, and I've come to see them to be true. So, yeah, not only are you getting younger and more sagacious and more back to the way they used to be, but I think you're improving in a way that you probably have never been.
No, well, it's true. I mean, my memory's much better. My brain is working much faster, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I guess from a life of experience.
Yes.
That certain things, but rather than lying dormant somewhere in the back of my brain, it seems to be, and I see something, it's like at the tip of my tongue.
Isn't that amazing? Someone said you're actually speaking more quickly, and in your last video, they noticed that your speech is better. And so isn't that amazing that when you get more years around the sun and you get the wisdom, now it's not dormant, but it actually is able to be at the tip of your tongue.
It's part of my everyday personality,
yeah,
so to
it's
speak.
pretty amazing. You have a lot to share. Is there any advice you could give to the parents of a lot of the people who are watching?
Well, the only thing is that people are telling me I'm a role model. I'm working conscientiously on my own health, and if I can be a role model, an example, I'm very happy. You have to really feel as if this is helping you and doing the things that will help you, because if I don't help myself, no one's going to do it for me. They can open the doors, and that's what Dara's done, and taught me, and been a beautiful instructor and a wise one. And I got to tell you, I use that word, you got to be careful between knowing who is smart and who is wise.
Okay.
The smart person knows that tomato is a fruit. A wise person knows not to put tomato in a fruit salad.
That's very cute, Herbie.
But
Thanks for the humor.
I would recommend start slowly. There's certainly, you have to wean yourself off of meats, poultry, and fish, and dairy. That's A1, A2, A3, and A4. And my own health, all my ills disappear. I don't have any pain. And this is mind-blowing.
Right.
That a person 86, because you have to remember, I've been educated like most seniors. You're going to get older, you're going to get a little arthritis, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, and you're going to have pains, and you learn how to cope, and you smile through it. But now, I not only smile, I laugh and smile because I feel so good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It must be fun to look in the mirror, too. You look so good. You look like a movie star.
Well,
you do.
Thank you. Well, I got a movie star's menu coming up.
Yes, you do. Do
you
want me to let you eat now? This is your green soup. It's got chard in it. It's got carrots. It's got cilantro. It's got so many healthy things. Avocado. Yes, I think you're going to like it. And then I made your favorite cranberry dish. Look. I made your cranberry dish.
Well, I feel like I'm the guest of honor here.
You are a guest of honor today, Herbie. So enjoy. Bon appetit. Get your greens on.
Thank you. If you start to do it and you see that things are getting better and you feel better, then why would you want to go back to comfort food that's poisoning you?
Right.
So, I mean, that's my motivation. That even though I used to be an ice cream freak, so to speak, I love the Haagen-Dazs coffee, and in fact, I once went on an ice cream diet. I didn't lose any weight, but it's a beautiful diet.
You had a lot of fun, huh?
Right.
I remember you scrolling around looking for chocolates, looking for ice cream. Mommy used to hide the chocolates for fun. So you go through the house. And the ice cream was always like you go back and yeah, I remember that. And we should go to Kippy's later.
But I don't happen to love Kippy's. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, that's funny. Okay, well, I'll probably edit that, but keep going. You're so honest. Look at this lunch. Well, Herbie, yeah, I think that that's a perfect thing to say, is that if you feel so good, why do you want to ruin it? Why do you want to put in poison?
Yeah, I mean, the comfort food may last 10 minutes, or you may even have a picture in your head that, gee, that's such wonderful. Look at the high I had for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But you look at the high you'll have from better health, and
So much better.
it's with you every minute. It doesn't fade, and you find out that life is better, the quality of life.
Right.
I mean, I find it just seems to be, and more wonderful things seem to happen. You know how I love to say that the best is yet to come? Well, certain days it's here.
Yeah.
The best came.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be in that kind of frame of mind and mood, I mean, it's precious.
Yes.
I mean,
that's true.
I can honestly say the golden age is a golden age for me.
Yeah.
And I hope and wish for some of you other people, no matter what age you are. You don't have to be
Herbie, you're going to make me cry.
You don't have to be a senior to
No.
you are what you eat to make a better life. And if you watch Dara on her YouTube or in the MWD, you're going to find not only what to eat and different recipes, but how to detoxify your body, detoxify your home,
Yeah.
to declutter your home.
Yeah.
And also she has great knowledge about feng shui. And I mean, my daughter, I gotta pop my chest. I'm so proud of her. My daughter is, is helping change people's lives, whether it's changing them or even some people who she's saving. I mean, that's an unbelievable, beautiful mission, and she's accomplishing a lot.
Thank you.
I mean, this puts her in a very special grouping of human beings.
Thanks, Herbie. Guess you should eat now. Let's see how much you like it. Do you like it?
Yes.
Herbie, that was the best video. You're just amazing. You're amazing. You're an inspiration to me and so many people. It's just the way you love life. Good soup?
Yeah. Oh, I spoke.
Wait, tell them you like the soup. I'm only kidding. I don't tell them what to say.
Are you going to light candles tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Are you going to invite Denise?